Welcome back to the Foundation. This is Swaythoven, and when I get to a certain point in the beats that I'm making, I start mixing stuff only because it's like, whereas things can be simple where you don't have a lot of sounds and effects, I like to add all of that stuff. I like to add a lot of sounds. I like to add the effects. And mixing it is the way where you can fit everything in there and it makes sense and it not sound too muddy or like it's clashing or anything like that. And I still have some things to work on, you know. Maybe I need to also start sidechaining melodies as well. Something I actually don't do a lot because a lot of people sidechain the kick and the 808. So when the kick plays, the 808 is turned down for a little bit and then turns back up in a couple milliseconds or several hundred milliseconds depending on what you want. But a millisecond isn't that long. But it's just like, there you go. So, when a certain part of your melody plays, maybe other parts of the melody are turned down so you get some more feeling and stuff like that, because that's what happens with the kick and 808. But I just haven't really implemented that yet. Maybe I should. I feel like it turned down too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it just be too extra. But this is what I have. I think it sounds like a hot mess, to be honest. But I think that's also the fun in mixing, trying to figure out how you can fit everything in here. I don't think you need to take anything away. I think you can keep adding stuff, but also at the same time, this is also just a block of notes. So that's one thing that I also do is like, if I can just get rid of that, like this is a block of notes. You feel me? If I were to split this up, you'd see all the different patterns. And what I could do is obviously have some of the midis like come in and out at certain times. You know what I'm saying? Like to add some emotion and stuff like that. Like I have like I think a flute line in here, and I think I have like something else that I was planning on adding like at different times in and out every once in a while, maybe every 16 bars or something. Who knows, right? But I believe that if everything sounds good in the same pattern, it's gonna sound good when I arrange it. And like this way is kind of like I'm not gonna say extra or even difficult, but the thing is like since I make everything like from scratch, the way my FL Studio is just or it's saving. Okay, I guess it's saved. Since I like to make everything from scratch, it's just like everything's in the same pattern, and that's when it's important to try to mix everything. And it's just like I don't know, it starts to sound muddy and stuff like that. That's the challenge that I enjoy. It's like a puzzle, right? There's not one right way to get to the sound that you like, right? Maybe I guess you like a sound that's already been perfected, and I would say, well, then maybe don't pursue that, right? Just try to pursue something that hasn't been perfected yet. Blaze down a new path. And I'm not saying I'm doing something that hasn't been done yet, but it's just like, maybe this is just like mixing for the ADHD mind. Have everything in one block and try to like differentiate from all of it. I think it's really good ear training. Yeah, basically. But here it sounds like garbage. I know it sounds like trash. It could sound better. And I could mix it a little bit better. But I kind of just want a cool sounding beat. And yeah. That's what it is. I think I had some saturation on the drums. It's still there. And I think it's fine. Like the voice I'm gonna add is actually like my voice, to be honest. Because I think there's so much happening in the melodies that my voice is kind of monotone or not mono. It's what it is. I think it's gonna fit because who else am I making this? It's not a Travis Scott type beat. You know what I'm saying? It's not a little Uzi type V. It's none of that. So it's just like. But now I was just playing around with some mastering, and you have the EQ initially to try to smooth some things out, some multi-band. I really feel like I should look more into some multi-band and how to perfect that, because there's presets that come with multiband that make stuff sound good, but also be nice to know when I want things to be compressed and stuff like that. But honestly, it's like I really wish I learned how to do this maybe in the past, right? Maybe if I was interested in stuff in the past, because then it's just like, well, now I could just throw stuff together and, I could be lit. You feel me? But who knows, right? But I don't want to think about this in the future of learning how to do stuff in the past still. So it's just like, when do you want to get on it? And then I just have like a limiter, and I'm pretty sure Maximus is just more multiband. So it could just be extra when I'm adding, to be honest. But that's just the fun of figuring out what's right and wrong. Like, I used to enjoy adding stereo imagery to my master. But what happens is that a lot of the percussions end up, and all of the percussions are going to end up going to one side. All right. I don't know why that is. And I'm guessing there's a way to not have that, only have it so the higher frequencies are being targeted, but I'm not finna worry about that shit. But the one way you could do that is just turn this all the way this way, and then all the percussions would sound. Like the stereo imager, I really do, but it's just I don't know why the perks do that. The drums do that. So what I actually did was put a stereo imager on track 1, and I just routed certain things to it just to give it some width. But like, it's just, yeah, because the thing about it is that because when you start EQing things in stereo, and this is when I feel like I'm kind of doing something wrong, EQing things in stereo. Right, you want your EQ to be in stereo mode. You want it to be in mid-side mode. All right, so you can manipulate even more space and stuff like that. And maybe, honestly, I should do that for this. It actually might sound better if I were to tone and dial in more into that sound. But it's just like I really just be playing around with it until I think it sounds good, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is. You got to just have an ear for it. But I don't know. But at the end of the day, the last instrument is me. Hold on, I'm finna let's see. I reach big dog status, my bitch she stay the baddest. Foreign leather strap around my wrist, expensive gadgets. My pockets stay the fattest, these niggas stay the maddest. Gotta cut the track with me by and below the average. She got expensive habits, I opt into the challenge. She getting dizzy, spending money, I gotta pay balance. I told the girl stop asking, she hop on like a rabbit. And when she find a nut, she eat the dick up like it's cabbage. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's so much happening in the rest of the beat. My voice has to be ba 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 ba, just monotone, honestly. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents of what I was working on today. Like, how long? It's not even I was working on this for like a long time. I'd spent a lot of time listening to it. It's gonna say, oh, I spent 3 hours on it. It didn't take me 3 hours to make this. You know what I'm saying? The next step is arranging it, and it's just like I still think there might be some things missing, maybe not. I kind of like vocals, because when I take away sounds, here's the primary sound right here. This is where it's at, to be honest. You can't even hear that. That's how I know there's too much in here, because you can't even hear that.